All right, well, let's get back on here and take a look at a few things, a couple things that, first of all, we're watching Pipeline. Pipeline is kind of small, but it's fun to watch. You guys are kind of the amateur crew out there right now, I can tell, but it's all right. It's kind of nice to watch. Okay, so what I did was, it's about it's 12 o'clock, so it's been 3 hours since we looked at Dogecoin. So 3 hours ago, on the 5-minute chart, would put 9 o'clock. Would put 9 o'clock right here. Oh my God! Look at that. This one played out good. 9 o'clock is right there. So, whether luck or whatever, I mean, the proof is in the video. I can't prove it, but that's the timestamp right there. 9 o'clock is right here. You can barely see that on the chart. Can you see I need to have better, see where the X is? And the line right here, that would be 9 o'clock. So, in previous video, we went over Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Litecoin on the 5-minute time frame, and the RSI was low. So, in theory, that would have been a short-term buy. Well, it proved to be right this time. And there's 9 a.m. and I wrote it down, and I'm come back. You'll see in the prior video, the one before this was just today. Today is it's New Year's Day, January 1st, 2023, and it's 12 noon. Well, 9 o'clock this morning, I went over the last three. I went over Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and Litecoin on the 5-minute time frame. RSI was low right here, and it's still showing it low, and I'm trying to figure if that would be a buy point, and sure enough, it turned out to be a good buy point. 0.069, that's what I had written down, 0696 at 9 a.m. on Dodge. And for whatever reason, it's bounced, and now we're at 7, which isn't much movement, but it did move higher from being a low RSI on the 5-minute. Let's look at Bitcoin. Probably the same thing because they move together. So here's 9 a.m. on Bitcoin. And I remember that pattern. It was just above the lines. And RSI was low. And yeah, it has moved higher. Bitcoin moved from 16. I have 16,580 written down. And it ran up to 16,614. 16,660. No, 16,614. So that's about 30, 40 points or so. So Bitcoin moved. I wish they had percentage on here that we could tell percentage-wise which is the better move. Okay, so from the 9 a.m. low, it moved up. Let's go to Litecoin on the 5-minute. And 9 a.m. puts it right here. Right here. And it's not showing. Yeah, it was on an uptrend. Litecoin was already up. I remember that. Litecoin was already up. But it did move a little bit higher. So it would be right here. and it moved a bit higher from, I have it written down, 71.05 to just 71.55 or so. So not much, not a very big move, but it did move higher from there. Now, let's go back and look at Dogecoin, the 1 minute. So there's the 1 minute. Here's our low point, 9 a.m. It's moved up and through here, up to 7, flagged out, and now we're holding at 7. We go back to the 5 minute and look at RSI. RSI again is low, 12 noon. So I'm going to write this down. At 12 noon, it's RSI. Why is it showing? Oh, okay. There's your 0. So it was just at 0 at noon. It was at 0 at noon. RSI at 0. And price is 0.070. So it's moved up from this 5 minute low now to the next 5 minute low would have been here. And then we'll come back in a couple hours and see if it does it again. Litecoin. That's the 5 minute on Litecoin. So 9 a.m. would put it right here. We already saw this. So that's Litecoin. Didn't fit our criteria because it was already up. Interesting. Dogecoin and Bitcoin both moved up on off the 5 and flagged out, consolidated. The RSI drops down to 0, and now we're seeing, what are we seeing? We go to the 1 and we see it flagging out and moving higher. Bitcoin on the 1. Ha! Look at that. Flagging out and moving higher. Well, that's cool. Okay. And Litecoin, there's Litecoin consolidating and moving higher. So that's interesting. The 5 seems to be a tradable indicator. Temporarily so far. So there we go to the 5. The 5. The 5. Now that would put would have been a buy. At noon. Let's see. We need to go to Litecoin, and we need to go to the 5 minute now currently, and go. 12 noon RSI is 90. Price is 71.21. You can do that for Bitcoin too. Bitcoin at 12 noon. RSI at 0. Price 16,600. $16,600. Okay. Go back here. Go back to the 1. So this 5-minute might possibly be an entry indicator. And now we have to find the exit indicator. Well, it'd be just when the on the 5, when it's high. That would be, your exit. Exit, 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 short-term exit. Bitcoin, 5-minute. That's the high there. Exit. 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 So yeah. So the 5 is looking promising as a buy and sell indicator for crypto. You're looking at 3 different cryptos on the Binance charting. If you're not familiar with it, you can buy crypto on several platforms and or Robinhood. Download Robinhood, buy it on Robinhood, and all 3 of these you're able to buy and trade on the Robinhood platform, which is good for beginners, very easy, and I think no fees, so very easy to trade in and out. But I've been looking for an indicator for scalping going forward this year. So I'm trying to do a little research here and find out if this is feasible. And it looks like it is. Looks like the 5-minute indicator, when the RSI is down, would be, a buy point for scalping, and when it moves up, that would be your exit. It worked this morning. It worked this morning just fine on these 2. So we'll come back in a couple hours and see what it did from here. I'm gonna keep charting this and watching this to see if it plays out. I'm gonna go ahead and make a log and start logging these indicators and times and prices, so I can see if it plays out right. So anyhow, that's what I'm doing. That's what I've got. So good luck to you if you're out here trading and looking at this stuff yourself. Hopefully this year is better than the last, and cheers.